What's up, gamers? My name is Shepard and welcome back to another episode of my ARK Survival Evolved series. Now, at the moment, I am on our dedicated server for my tribe, me and my friends, and we're actually a lot further, progressed on this server than I am on my single player game where I've been making most of my videos. That's pretty obvious because I'm wearing full tech armor at the moment. And obviously we've got a huge base here. I've done a show and tell on this base before, but it has changed. I'll probably do another one somewhere in the future. But the point of this video actually is I've noticed that throughout my ARK series, since I've started up until now, I've explained a lot of stuff, how to tame dinosaurs, how to do crafting and farming and building and all that kind of stuff, and all the general stuff, but I seem to have failed to explain a couple of obvious things and exactly where the game is headed. It's not just about survival and building and stuff like that, but it's actually, there is actually a point to the game, and there's actually a story if you follow the explorer notes that you pick up in these boxes scattered all over the world. Now some of the obvious things that I failed to explain would be the obelisks. Those huge structures, the three huge structures. I mean, there's one of them in the background over there, and a lot of people probably wonder what they're for, and I haven't really explained, what the point of those things are. And there's a couple of other things as well which I've failed to explain. So the purpose of this video is going to be to explain those obvious things. What is the point of the game? Where is this all going? Is it just never ending, or what exactly is going on? And then obviously explain these huge structures that you've been seeing since day one, which you obviously couldn't miss. What they're for, and how we interact with them. Alright, and then obviously there's some other things as well that I'm also going to show you. That would be what to look forward to. It can seem like endless grinding and gathering resources, and the smaller your tribe is, the harder you have to work. The more back and forth you have to go to gather all these resources. So it can get pretty tedious, and it takes forever. I hope that was the right word to use, tedious. Repetitive. I think repetitive is going to be better. But all right, so I'm gonna explain this, and we are gonna start at the obelisks. Okay, so I'm actually really close to one, so I'm gonna jump on my Argent, and I'm gonna head over to this obelisk over here. This is the green obelisk. All right, so to explain it short and sweet, the obelisks are, what they're used for is to summon portals to the guardians on a map that you're playing. The bosses, the boss levels. Alright, so that's what they're for. Well, that is what they are used for in game. Okay, you summon portals there. And I'm gonna explain to you guys exactly how they are used. And then obviously what the end results are when you're done at an obelisk. Now, on the island, on this map, you don't have to go to every single obelisk to complete your objective, if I can put it that way. Okay, so get over here to the obelisk. Alright, there we go. Oh, we actually have some, let me just sort these guys out quickly. Haven't seen carnivores spawning over here yet. Okay, so you can obviously see we've been here before. Oh yeah, that's one of the cool things you can do with tech. Oh crap. Yes, you can fly. Yeah, you're practically Iron Man as soon as you get this suit. Okay, so yes, we've been here before. We got 2 beds. We should have actually placed down more because, yeah, we've had some trouble finding the Guardians. It's not easy, especially the alphas. it takes forever to get everything that you need to fight the alphas. Okay, so let me explain quickly. Alright. Let's head in here. Let me just make sure I can access this thing. There we go. Okay. Alright, so what happens here is the following. You'll see you have different bosses here. Alright, you have your Gamma, green, beta, blue, or purple, and then your alphas, red. Now, each of them has a certain requirement. It is a tribute requirement. Okay, so your Gamma, they need artifacts. Okay. That one needs 3 artifacts, that one needs 4 artifacts, that one needs 3 artifacts as well. Okay, but as you go on from there, you'll see that you actually need more stuff as well. I don't know if any of you have you noticed, if you kill something that is quite difficult to kill, or some kind of predator or large creature or something, you usually get a little item, a body part or something, a tooth or a claw or something of this animal, of this creature that you killed. And if you take a look at the description, it says, it reads there, it proves your worth as a hunter. Alright, it's a trophy. Now you might have been wondering what it's for, and there you go. There you can see, in order to summon the beta broodmother, you need 5 Argentavis talons, you need 3 different artifacts, Sarcosuchus skin, Sauropod vertebra, and Titanoboa venom. Okay, and it goes on and on and on, and it becomes more and more as you know, go higher to the higher level bosses. Okay, so that stuff is very important. Don't lose that stuff. If you take down a Titanoboa, or you kill a T-Rex or something, and you get some piece of it, the T-Rex is, I think, a Tyrannosaurus arm. Yeah, you need 15 of those to summon the Alpha Dragon. It's difficult. It's going to take a while to get there, but keep that stuff. Don't throw it away. Don't think it's useless. Save it. Make sure you put it somewhere in a storage box where it's going to be safe. Because at some point you're going to start fighting the bosses or the guardians, and then you're going to need that stuff to summon the portal. Alright, now as soon as you take on your first boss, okay, people always go for the broodmother first. She's not too hard, decent sized group, or even one man with a decent dinosaur army can take her down. It's not that difficult. And then you'll get certain tech engrams depending on which boss you fought at which level. Okay, that's how you unlock your tech engrams. Okay, and on different maps you get different guardians. Okay, so these are the 3 guardians for the island, and on other maps you'll get a combination of 2 of these guardians, or a combination of one of these guardians and another guardian. I know on Ragnarok you get the dragon and the... what the heck is that thing called? I cannot remember. It's a scorpion and a lion and or a scorpion and a griffin or something combined. Manticore. Manticore. It's called a manticore. So you fight the manticore and the dragon on Ragnarok, on different difficulty levels. Okay, so there you're gonna get a couple of engrams. Here you get engrams. So in the end, you're gonna have to go through all of the maps and fight all of the guardians to get all of your engrams, you know, to unlock your entire tech tier. Now, your tech gear, you don't have to buy with engram points, except for a couple of tech related items, but we're gonna get to that in a moment. Alright, so that's the basic tech stuff. Okay, so this is basically what you're working towards. Now, all of the artifacts, you're gonna find your artifacts in the caves on the map. Okay, so caves, deep sea caves, caves at mountains or in random places somewhere in the woods. Caves. You explore caves, you go down there with a group of friends. Do not go down there alone. It sucks. It really does. It's difficult. So, get a group of friends together, go in there, explore it, get the artifact, keep those artifacts safe the same way you do with your trophies. Your hunting trophies from killing certain creatures, certain dinosaurs. Alright, and then you use that for the portal summoning. So that's what you're working towards. And then on this map specifically, there is there's a tech cave in the volcano. Now you're gonna go there, and I'm not gonna spoil anything, but eventually when you're done fighting all of the guardians on all of the levels, you're gonna go to the tech cave, which is found in the volcano, and you're gonna use the trophies there, and you're gonna open the tech cave, and then I'm not gonna tell you what happens there. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil anything. So that is where you're working towards, and it might seem stupid. It really might seem stupid, but read the Explorer notes. There's actually a story to this whole thing. It's actually pretty cool. Alright, so read them. I'm not saying read the Explorer notes and the dinosaur dossiers the moment you get them, because then you're wasting time, because you get experience boosts when you pick up those Explorer notes and the dossiers and so on. So don't read them immediately. And a lot of the times when you get an Explorer note, you're actually in a sucky area where something is going to eat you. At least try and eat you. So don't just stand there defenseless, waste your time where you could have been gathering experience points. Alright, so that is where you're working towards. Okay, so there's actually a story to this whole thing, and it's actually pretty cool. And the boss fights are really challenging, and it's interesting, it's cool, it takes teamwork, and so on and so forth. So it's really cool, so keep that in mind. Alright, then we're gonna move on to the next thing. I'm not sure if I in-depthly explained the loot crates. That would be those coming down from up there. I'm not sure if I explained them in complete detail, but we are gonna head over to this one. It's still gonna take a while to come down, so we might have to wait for it a bit. But I'm sure you've noticed by now that these crates have different colors. I am not sure exactly what level the color is bound to, but you have to be a certain level to open up some of these crates. Now, I think green ones are actually pretty low level. We'll check it out now when it comes down. Right, so that's the loot crates. The loot crates, you can... Usually there's not always useful items in there. It depends on where your own technology tree is at the moment. Your engram, where your tech is at the moment. Or not tech, let's not confuse the two, but where your engram progress is. But what's pretty cool about these loot crates is, or supply drops, or whatever you call them, I'm not sure. There's so many people call them different names. Even in our own tribe, we call them different names. But the point is, you get blueprints. That's the word I'm looking for. You get blueprints in these. Okay, so let's see if we can access this thing. Okay, here we go. So in here, we actually just got a complete house, which is actually freaking awesome. A one foundation house with a door and a door frame and a roof and everything. Okay, I just took out everything, and I actually just screwed up my entire explanation. Okay, you would have noticed that inside the loot crate there were portals as well. Now, what can happen is when you get to one of those loot crates and you have all of the ingredients with you, or all of the tribute requirements, you can actually summon a portal from there. You can summon a portal right there. Okay, then you don't have to go to an obelisk. Alright, then another thing I forgot about the obelisk is you'll notice, aside from the portals, there was this one little item up in the corner. That was a tech replicator. Now, after you fight your first boss, you will unlock the tech replicator. Now, that thing, that is like a tech fabricator. It can fabricate, or you can craft everything in that thing. And that you can craft everything in the tech replicator. Everything that you usually create at a smithy or a normal fabricator can be made in a tech replicator. Okay, but the problem is, you can only craft a tech replicator at an obelisk. Some people say you can craft them at these supply drops, these loot crates and stuff that come down, but for some other reason we've had a little bit of trouble with that. We tried it once and it didn't really want to work, so we just came to the obelisk and we created the tech replicator over here, and we just never tried again doing it at a loot crate. But it's fine, it works. It's just really heavy on resources. 150 black pearl, 600 crystal, 100 element, metal ingots, 5,000 of those, and 800 polymer. Okay. Another thing, element. That's actually one of the most important things that I forgot. Element is something that is dropped by the bosses. They are dropped by the guardians. And this stuff is the core ingredient, or the core crafting ingredient for anything that is tech. Okay, so everything you want to create in a tech replicator is gonna need element. And then, of course, a lot of your tech equipment or your tech gear is going to use element to work. Damn it, to function? There we go, to function. That's the word I was looking for. My apologies for the struggle with words today. Where is my base? I think I just lost the base. Houston, we lost the base. Alright, we'll find it soon anyway. Alright, so you're gonna need element for a lot of this tech to function. Like the whole flying thing with the suit. I think I just did the jump. Yeah, I explained the whole Iron Man effect. Sorry for the bit of a lag spike. But I'm running the dedicated server from my PC and playing the game and recording and everything all at once. Alright, so I hope this is the base. Seems like it. Alright. But anyway, you're gonna need element for that. Okay, so and make sure to avoid fights. Make sure that the element is split evenly. Everybody works their butt off for it. And it has to be split evenly so that everybody's tech stuff works. Your tech generators, your tech suits, your tech armor, all of it, it uses element. Okay. And what the heck was that? Alright, and there is the tech replicator. This thing is huge. Okay, you'll see there's an industrial forge. That's a tech replicator. Alright, this thing is massive. Now, when you go in here... Oh, okay, we just switched it on. It is pretty. If I had enough element, I would leave this thing running all the time, because it looks amazing. Alright, so while it's running, we get in here. You'll see it has a lot of storage, over 600, and everything can be crafted in this thing. Okay, we have busted our asses to gather resources for all the tech stuff. And there's still stuff that we can get. We haven't fought all of the Guardians on the other map, so we still have to go do that. But here you go over to the smithy. There's all the stuff you craft in the smithy, and then it starts going over to the stuff that you can craft in a fabricator, and so on and so forth. Okay, yeah, we've spent a lot of time gathering black pearls. We won't go into it. You do not want to know what we had to go through to get all of that. Okay, so we've got a bunch of resources in here as well. We have literally been busting our asses to get as far as we are now. Okay, so now you understand the delay in videos on my single player. Alright, so that is the tech replicator. Now, another thing that I recently discovered, which is really awesome, you guys are gonna love this. If you've ever had a problem of storing your dinosaur somewhere safe or running out of space in your base yard, if you've gotten this far, you're gonna love this. Let me show you this. This is called a cryopod, and it's used to store dinosaurs. So, boom, there we go. We just turned ARK Survival Evolved into Pokemon. Right. So that's basically how it works. You can store your dinosaurs in these cryopods. Okay, but beware, you're gonna have something called cryo sickness. If you are gonna summon another dinosaur in short succession after this one, or before that timer runs out, it might suffer from cryo sickness. So it can be summoned, or whatever you want to call this. It can be... Let's stick to summon. It can be summoned with this cryo sickness. So it's going to be in an unconscious state and or very vulnerable to damage. Alright, so that's something to keep in mind. And then if you want to put it back, you just hold it out and you suck it back into the cryopod. Okay, and you also you get a fridge for this stuff, because they last 30 days in real time at the moment. Where's the stick? There we go. Yeah, they last 30 days at the moment. And here is the cryo fridge. You place it in here, and then they can recharge. See, 30 days. Alright. So, there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you now have something to look forward to. Yeah, I'm still gonna bust my ass to change this entire house over, well, mansion, base, whatever, to change it over to tech. I still have to get used to the jumping thing. Alright, so there you go. And tech gear is awesome. The tech suit is really cool. You can run like really fast. Okay, no, wait. Let's just put that away. You can run like really fast, like supersonic. The tech helmet is really cool. You gotta check this out. Double tap your use button. It gives you like a scanner. You can see friendlies. Then if you do it again, you got a night vision. And then for the third and final function, you have a night vision with a scanner. Okay, so you double tap your use button every time to change the view. If you are stuck on the view which you like, you just hold E and you save it onto that one. Then hold E again if you're not looking at anything, and it'll take you back to where you were. Alright, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys found it informative. I hope you have something to look forward to now. For those who I inspired to start playing ARK, you're welcome. I hope you are finding it as enjoyable as I do, and I am honored to be the one that has introduced you to a game that is going to destroy your social life and probably influence your work performance because you can't stop thinking and daydreaming about the game. So, yeah. Play responsibly. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the like button, drop some comments, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already, check out the rest of my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers!